So is this the way it begins? Is this the way it begins? Take a look. Take a look. Isn't that crazy? I'm just doing all these videos and talking about the Kentucky Derby. I go in to find a shirt that I can go ahead and paint with. Okay? I want to paint. Not only that, but Saul Israel sends me over this thing to watch, and with the fingers that are divided like this, I'm asking myself a question. Okay? How are the hoofs of the pigs? Isn't this the way the hoof of the pig works? It's these two, and this one with the pig. Isn't that the way it works? So what is the peace sign for Spock? It's the pig's split hoofs. It's this pig's split hoof. And hay is what they eat to burn the fire of the spirit from Yod. The Yod is not the passage of Vav. Vav Yod Hay. The hay is the fire to bring in the spirit. I put on the shirt not even looking at all. And what is the chance that I pull out two horses on a shirt? And what does it say? It says friends. F-R-I-E-N as in Einstein. Okay? And take away the ends. What about Friday ends on the 6th day of the 7th day? F-R-I ends, the week ends of the Friday, bringing on the weekend the Sabbath. Because for the balance of the week, after basically 5.5 days, there is no other time but 1.5. Even though you pass 1 day, you must prepare, and you don't jump into action after coming into Shabbos, and you don't jump out of action coming out of Shabbos. So it's 1.5 days actually, the 1/4 preparation for in and the 1/4 preparation for out. The cow has 4 nipples. The cow jumped over the moon is an understanding of shin. Here's a shin. Here's the eye on top. Now don't forget, when the ocean moves, right, or the ripples move, we have to have one ripple to the next ripple. So the shin gets passed on. See the eye, the left side or the right side? Now it's in the middle. Why it's in the middle? Because I don't know if the ripple's going this way or the ripples are going this way, towards the shoreline. Shin or E. Breaking up with 1 is the digital. The swastika runs in pairs. I don't have the diagram right now, but there's so much information out there. All we have to do is institute the equation towards the information, whatever information you have. Once we have the institution, we get the resolution through the numbers by processing the equation. The Triple Crown is the Jew L's. L in French means wings. It also means corner. When you have a car and you get into an accident, they say, I banged my L. But they spell it A-I-L-L-E, which is an alley, which is also like an aiguille. And it's a needle. Needles at the corners. This one is Aleph. The coming in from Beta, K star, inside of Aleph, all the way over, Gimel. Gimel to Vav. Straight through. This one is an omega, an alpha and omega. This one you must go underneath this one to get the 6. It doesn't go through, but if it does go through, then we can move them like this. This one has one is the pipe with the hole in the pipe, and the other one goes through the pipe. But how do you get it through the pipe? Do you bend it like this to get it through? How do you turn this corner inside of here? Does it come in pieces and parts? Roasting on the spit of Saint Raphael. The jewels are the corners of the wing. Left wing is number 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 6 and 5 Aleph. On the right wing is number 10. 10 equals 16. 10 brings me the light. Guy Lafleur and Bob Gainey. 13, 6, 13, 4, 6, 4. 4, 6, 4. This is the moon. This is the cycle of the moon running right here. The swastika. This is the inside of the cube. This is number 33. This becomes 39. 3 and 9, CI creates L. Says ciel, says sky. Who is number 13? We need 13 because once we see this, we have to understand the difference is 13. Who played number 13 for the Montreal Canadiens? Like they say, if you're going to have fun with life, why doesn't God deliver all the way? So let me look up Montreal Canadiens number 13. Number 13 over the Habs 100-year history. Habs 8 after 7-8 joins 1 and 2. Habs as 8, 1, and 2 connect. 9 is B2. Number 29, Ken Dryden. Habs, H-A-B-S. 7, 8. 1, 2. 8 minus 1. 7 minus 0. 1, 0. 78. 78 is the heaven's gates. We need to reach 7. We need to know where 0 is. If 0 was in darts, it'd be 50, but that's half of 100. 5 times 10. 5 is the center to 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Now let me see number 13 for the Montreal Canadiens, Alex Tanguay. Well, that would be a perfect creation because that's my son's name, okay? Number 13, Mike Camilleri. I'm looking for 1976. Now, I didn't get very much out of that. Hold on a second. I got to look for a Canadian team from 1976, okay? But look at this. Look at this. Alex Tanguay gets 16 goals, 25 assists, 41 points. YP, the division of the light. His penalty minutes are in DC, inside the penalty box. So DC, number 13, spends in the penalty box. Then in Mike Camilleri, number 13, 2009. Not in a leap year. Not in a leap year. Partial seasons. He gets 54 goals in 170 games played. 65 assists. 5 and 4, 9. 6 and 5, 11. 119 points. 9, 11. In 59 minutes. So one played from the box. Now this one has 59 minutes in penalty. So he plays from the birth. 5 and 9. He plays from the birthright. So I still have to understand. Now they voted on them. One gets 88. The other one gets 12. AT, angle of transmission, to MC, 4-3, DC angle, 88 minutes. So the way to the arches is the DC angle, 100%. Okay? And here's the lamb. AT is the lamb. The cat creates the lamb within our mind. I don't know exactly how it works. They tell you we are handpicked and delivery if you're looking. If you're looking, if you have a set of understanding for numbers. I still don't understand what 88 is. But if I did see 88, it's 4 boxes together. This and this is an 8. 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 And this and this is an 8. Everything's paired up in 2 pieces. 1 and 2, 8 and 9. 3 and 6, 7 and 4. Inside the moon angle 3, 4, 7, and 6, we have Shin sitting with 8 and 2, time heaven. These two are 3 and 4. This one over here is 6 and 7. 7 and 3, 4 and 6, 10, 10. 7 and 6, 13, 3 and 4, 7. Should I take this over here? 1 crosses over to 6. 3 crosses over to 4. 2 crosses over to 5. So 2 and 5 lock in 4, 1, 6, 3. And where 6 goes to 7, 13. And 9 goes to 4, 13. Where 5 and 8 lock in 4, 7, 9, 6. But these two numbers and these two numbers are not played at the same time. It's these two here with these two here. Then it's these two here with these two here. So you pick me any two. You want to pick these two here? Well, these two here have to go with these two here. These two here have to go with these two here. These two here go with these two here, and these two here goes with these two here. That's the way it works. In between here is 3, 4, 7, 6, the size of the moon, and the word the golden moon. How do we have an eclipse of the moon? When you cover all the numbers. The moon's on the inside, not on the outside. Or the moon's on the outside, you cover the hole on the inside. And when you have a partial moon, you have an angle to the moon, right? You have an angle to the moon. So how far is the skip and the jump? How far do we have to jump? The angles of the moons, quarter, half, full moon, full jump or no jump. The angle of the incoming light of the moon. Number 13, I have to look it up one more time. I have to go back to Canadians 13. Habs legends in history. I have to move my camera over just a bit. And let me see. 1, 2. Just wait a second. 1976, 1970 Habs players 13. Okay, so now what they actually gave me is the 13th of October. And that's my grandfather's birthday. 13th of October. And am I getting anything? No, but I got the Minnesota North Stars, okay, showing me this. Can you see this? Look at this. 7 shows a 7 because the angle. It's all about angles, my friends. 7 and then this. You see this? This is the crossover. I cross over from here, 1. Okay, I go through 5. I go down here into 9, and I come up into 6. See, this one comes up here. You see that star? That would be when the 9 from the other side would come down, and the 3 would light 9. 9 is red, 6, and then 3. You have to light something. So I don't see any anything other than Detroit versus Montreal. And the game was 4-3 on October 10th, 1970. So I don't see number 13. Isn't that funny? Number 13 on the Montreal Canadiens, I find 2 of them. Now, on the Montreal Canadiens right now, okay, I see how many number 13s on the Canadiens right now? On the Canadiens right now, there's a minimum of 3 number 13 players. Number 7, right? 0, 6, and 7, right? If somebody wears number 7 on the Canadiens, he is number 13. If somebody wears number 1 on the Canadiens, he is 13. If somebody wears number 31 on the Canadiens, carries half the price, he is 13. If somebody wears number 67, patch is ready, he is 13. And if PK Subban, who wears 76, then he is 13. Nowhere before in the history of the Canadiens that I can recollect were there so many number 13s on the team. 6 and 7 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3, and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 and 7 is the gateway of Alpha Beta. Everything about the Canadiens, everything about what you think, what is relevant in your life, that has happened in your life, is your personal relationship with the Lord Almighty. He made it personal. He gave you what you're interested in so he can keep you on the path, so he can keep you in line. And he threw you a couple of goodies on the way. But we went ahead and we wanted more. We weren't happy with everything we had and we were doing. Life was great. So we went out and we did more until we lost focus. We lost what we were actually looking for. But what I can tell you, that if you do go overboard and regain focus, you break through that door that they had closed within us, and you shall see beyond your thoughts. But will you take advantage of the moment, or is everybody going to tell you, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. Ronnie, you're writing all the time, Ronnie. You're writing all the time. How can you hold a job? Don't you worry. My paper and my pen is a job. Whatever I fill in before and after, I'm a lucky guy. I'm just a lucky guy. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Bob Gainey, number 23. Guy Lafleur, number 10. Let's find somebody who was even close. The purple ball would have been Jean Beliveau and Yvan Cournoyer. Jean Beliveau, number 4. Yvan Cournoyer, the Roadrunner, number 12. 412, the bad cat is in the house. You want to bring on the king of all? Patrick Roy, number 33 in 2008. 2668 and 662. 8 and 2 is 10, bringing 7 and 7 on the ends. With 6 and 6 in the center, Patrick Roy becomes 7, 6, 6, 7. 7 on the outside become 5. 6 on the inside become 3. 5, 3, 3, 5. 5 reverts to 7. 3 goes into 6. It just keeps making a rotation. 7, 6, 6, 3. 5, 3, 3, 3. And we're over the spit. We're over the pit. Let me look for something. The center comes out and grabs left and right. The center comes out and grabs left and right. He's holding you here and he's holding you here. Here's the center who holds his two wings. But then we come into this area over here. Corners. The corners are open. The corners are open. The net is in between when you're playing hockey. In baseball, they open a corner and they say, let's play the old ball game. The Kentucky Derby is coming up, my friends. The crown jewels. Jewels. The crown jewels. Somehow I lost my book. You do know that 0 is part of the Federation. 0 equals 64. In between that is 1. That's 5. 6, 5, 4 Federation inside 0. Electric, run. Another thing I wanted to show that, yes, I remember what it is now. Let me see. Ah, here it is. Take a look at this. Take a look at this thing over here. Just looking for something, and take a look over there. You see that? Now watch this. Watch this. You see it moving? You see it moving? Now it's an N. Wait, I'm going to pull it. Hold on a second. I'm going to pull it. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Look. Now it's a Z. Look. It's a Z. Now it's an N. Whoop. I made a mistake on something. Whoop.
My name is Jared Gate.
Hold on a second. I lost it. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Look at that. So isn't that weird? Do you understand what I'm doing? Take a look at it right now. Okay? If I move it to the top, it's not moving now. If I move it to the top, it becomes an N. When I move it to the side, it becomes a Z. Left side or right side. That's something else I just noticed. I forgot about. It's the rotation and the turn. So where is the N? One is east-west, one is north-south. Crossover. Now I wanted to bring up one more thing in here, and I found it. So we did the Montreal Canadiens, and then there's this. How do we get the W and how do we get the U? Okay, here's the inside dartboard. Okay, here's what they call the noyau or the nuts. Okay, remember I was telling you Yvon Cornway, number 12, Alpha Beta. Okay, he was up the center. He had a wicked shot. So is 1, 2? 2 is in the center, and 1 comes to play in the center. But it's the second level of 2. The second level of 2 is the spindle of Rubik's Cube. Moving 4, standing 2 still. Moving 4, standing 2 still. So 4 moves 2. So you can move it 1, 2, 3. You move 4 3 times, you get 12. You move 4 times, you get 16. You went all the way around to the beginning, and you bring in the light. You just turn the lock, and you take out your key. Here's how we make one side left side, one side right side. 2 around 4 into 8, connecting here and connecting here. With this one, you come inside. This area is 3, 4, 7, and 6. That's your moon. I'm trying to figure out, do we connect it like this, on here to here to here, in this angle here, or do we go to the edge of the square? This is 9, this is 3. This is connecting to 6. Do I not connect this? Here's 6, but am I connecting to here in the middle, or am I connecting on the inside over here? This number over here, if I can recollect, is number 3. 3, no, is number 4. This number is number 4. So do I connect the 4 here, come into 6 over here, and then into 7 over here? 3, 4, 7 through 6 equals God. Creation of God. So do I get the U? Because don't forget, it's from the left side and the right side, and then they split the high and the low, the north and the south. South is the only letter that's different. South equals artificial intelligence. It comes from left to right, 1 to 9. Yellow ball and pool, connecting with 3 and 11. 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. Don't forget, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, and 1, 2 are all losers and craps. One of them is because you only have 1 dice. So it's called cock dice. You have to start over again. Cock dice, you have to start over again. You need 2 dice. So we have to understand, because like I said, this is your surfboard. This is your tongue. You got the left cheek and the right cheek. Okay? Now you got the upper jaw and the lower jaw. So how are we going to connect this is knowing how we're going to create our W. So does our W come into 4? Then we bring it into 8. Then we bring it into 6, connecting all the even numbers. Or is it 3 and 7 over here odd, and we put the W over here? We can't do it. So wouldn't this be the U around the corner on one side? One U, and the other U is the magnet on the other side. This is the pit in the center. See the way the picture cards look the same thing? Judy, you sent me a picture with all these connections like this in the corner. That's it. Anyways, do you know what I think? This is what they call black horses. The Negro in Spanish. Where do I think? I think a schlong. The small schlong, you are a monkey. The big schlong, you are a horse. Maybe the smaller you are, the greater they increased you. Maybe the larger you are, the more they increased you. So giving you, if you were very big before, then everything you have now is going to be small. And if you were very small before, everything you have, because you're going to have to increase your size, everything's going to be in big. Or it's direct from where you are. If you come from a horse, this is what you look like. Diamonds on the heads all the time, eh? So we set up that thing. So here we have the Spock thing. Now, if we take our thumbs and remove them, okay, because the thumb is in between the lock of a passage. You shake a hand, I shake your hand, you shake my hand, 2 thumbs lock. This is what works. This locks, okay? So you get, you get 5 at the thumb, and you start your first finger as your pointer, and you come to your pinky as your 4th finger. You put 3 and 4 DC with AB. Other than that, you put 5 on one end. On the other end, you put 1. In between is 2, 3, 4. Now, this would be 2, 3, 4. This is 2 and 4. If we did it the other way, okay, we would have to lock these 2 fingers together and call them 2 and 3 creation. 2 and 3 creation. 1, 4, 2, 3. 5, 5. The V is in the middle, is 5, 5. It's a split. This is 1, and this is 1, and this is 1. These are both 2. These are both 2. These are both 1. The reality is, whichever way you'd like to perceive. Right now I said too many things. Here it says, on your mark, get set, go. Orgasm. Turtle's legs. Blanco, 0 white, Negro 4 times. I don't know why, but that's what it said. Birth 4 times. Raphael. Why? 4 times 2. Venus. 4 times 2 Venus equals 8. 8 plus 1 is your 9 birth. Come into the Venus world again. The split world. 10. You get the light, you become 16. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 is 7 and 6, 13. You have a bar mitzvah, Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Everything begins at 23. 22 and 24 are the link. Go for Grover.